Guys.
Alright, then. Quiet, guys. In 3, 2, 1, go.
So I did my 2010 project on school shootings. Why did I choose this project? Well, I had an interest in first aid, and when we were back at in our notebooks filling out the 3 things, I had first aid and as one of my interests where I could make a difference, and I also had school shootings as a problem because they're very traumatizing. So I thought about it, and I realized I could maybe incorporate like first aid treatment into decreasing severity of school shootings. So I decided to go with that for my project. For my research, probably the best source I had was this Review of Higher Education. It was the EBSCO-host database, and in that I learned a lot of statistics about school shootings. Like, there's no real way to like classify how you identify a school shooter, which makes it very hard to like predict when or who might end up shooting at a school. And one of the main like similarities or common things between school shooters that I found on that site was that a lot of the school shooters had been bullied prior to that, and revenge was a common motive. I had this active shooter preparedness. There was an online article. It was pretty reliable because it had a lot of information about how you would be able to like help prevent school shootings. It had interesting facts about how a lot of the time school shootings don't even take place during school anymore when like everyone does the drills, because the shooters know this, so they don't do it then. And like a lot of times it happens before or after school or during like lunch one of the times. And this just causes a lot more chaos because schools have never taken this into like planning for their drills or anything. And then there was also this one, which was another online article, and it kind of talked more about that same point about where it's not the traditional drills aren't working so well anymore. So for my hands-on project, I decided to write a letter to Mr. Klein about some of the stuff I learned in my research about school shootings, because I thought it would be it could be beneficial for Mr. Klein to learn about some of the stuff that I found out, and maybe he could take into account and make a few changes. So what I learned about myself as a learner is that it really helps if I am interested in the topic, and so I think that really helped. I think I had a lot of successes with my project and research and getting everything done. Some hurdles I had were finding some sources. I remember we went to the library to look for a book, and all the books were talking more on like gun control and stuff, and it didn't really talk about school shooting specifically. And so I had a little trouble there finding some sources that really pertained to what I was looking for. But eventually I found some good sources, so that wasn't too bad. Also, I'm a very bad procrastinator. I did basically this entire PowerPoint like yesterday, so I kind of really wait till the last minute to do anything. But I think overall my project was pretty good, and yeah.
Okay, so you're done. Hang on, because you had some really cool ideas. So you said for your hands-on project you wrote a letter to Klein.
Yeah.
What's your proposal? Like, what are you suggesting?
Well, I was just like kind of letting him know about how like the drills aren't like the most effective, since a lot of the time the shootings don't happen while students are in the classroom yet. Like mainly that was like my main point, because even though like I started with the first aid part, I really feel like the drills could be an easier way to prevent shootings and help with that.
Okay, all right, give him a hand.
All right. Yes.